A deadly virus broke out after the launch of the nukes, causing people to become relentless. Most civilizations has deceased due to the virus, and the human population has decreased by 95%. I, however, was one of the lucky ones to have survived the fallout. Will I be able to fight my way through the waves of zombies, or die trying? Welcome to my 100-day journey in a hardcore nuclear holocaust. Also, we are very close to 70,000 subscribers, so consider subscribing. It was day 1, and also my first time being on the surface since the launch of the nukes. After walking down the deserted streets, I came up to a house and heard some noises, so I went to investigate. I opened the door and there was a zombie right there, so I turned in the opposite direction and ran. While running, I broke some bushes to get some saplings, because there was no other wood source in this place. I later looted some chests and got myself an iron pickaxe. This would definitely come in handy. And then it was approaching night. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck out at night, trust me. Anyways, I crawled into a nearby water tower and rested safely for the rest of the night. Okay, I am completely lying. For some reason, I bridged across to another building and killed some zombies for fun. It was the morning of day 2 and I decided to have the delicious breakfast of dead people's meat.
Oh my god.
And then after I went to fight some more zombies and got completely overran. Wow, it is actually kind of crazy what a couple blocks can do. I then made my way down the building and explored the streets of the city. I soon came across a purple pool, so I took a nice swim inside and got a couple diseases. Why am I like this? It was nearing the end of the day and I had no shelter. So with quick thinking, I stole a couple blocks from the building around and blocked myself inside. After building the shelter, it was night, and there were thousands of zombies surrounding me. I tried to chop them with my sword, but they kept on spawning. Day 3, I built a ladder up to the roof and placed some dirt so I could start planting some trees. Yep, that's literally all I did today. I was very low on materials, and I wanted some better armor, so I went mining for the next couple of days. Well, after mining, it was the night of day 5, and something was falling from the air. It was radioactive debris, just to get this straight, not snow, okay? On day 6, I made some iron armor, and made an iron sword, and finally made a bucket. And then later, somehow some zombies broke into my base. So I slithered around them and up the ladder. Okay, I really have to fortify this base. So after killing the zombies, I built up the walls to prevent any zombies from breaking in. I then finished off this disaster of a day with mining for some more minerals. Day 7, I was still mining. But hey, I found some diamonds, so that's pretty cool. Day 8, I made some chests for some bigger storage because I was running seriously low on storage space. And then later on, I crafted myself a diamond pickaxe using the diamonds I got before. It was then approaching night, and I realized there was a new type of zombie that I have never seen before. It was suited up with a high-powered gun that can kill you in a blink of an eye. Yep, these 100 days was gonna become much harder now. Don't you love the sweet sound of dead people outside my base? Okay, after hearing the beautiful harmony of dead people outside my base, I encountered a survivor outside. Yep, he was not friendly. Literally everything in this world is trying to kill me. Well, aside the fact, I made a tin shield to protect me from the gunshots. I would really need this. After I dug into a nearby building to clear it of all the zombies inside and take the loot for myself. After taking all the loot inside the building, I went mining and came across a cave. All things seemed to be fine until I got shot by a skeleton soldier. I ran as fast as I could into a hole and blocked it off. Damn, mining is actually quite dangerous now. Well, you know what else is dangerous? The first zombie mutation. Day 10 was still spent mining, and nothing really happened. The next day I made a necessary upgrade to the Thompson SMG, a gun that will send these zombies to the 4th dimension. After crafting the firearm, I made a halberd, a weapon that is very deadly against these zombies. Okay, never mind. Day 12, I made some SMG ammo for my new gun. I reloaded my gun and tested on some poor zombies. Yeah, that guy is definitely dead. Later, when chilling in my base, I got shot by someone outside. Nice, 4 hearts, gone. Just like that. Yeah, there is no shot I'm surviving these 100 days. I spent this entire day building the base so it doesn't look like I'm homeless. Wow, the base is actually coming together quite nicely. Day 14, I went mining. Again, I am such a disappointment. Day 15, I placed some iron bars around the base to be able to see outside. I then made some trapdoors that you can open to shoot outside. I then tried to make this zombie trap, but to nobody's surprise, it didn't work. Day 16, I went into the building next door to my base, and these zombies wanted to introduce themselves, so I introduced them to my gun. I then went back to my base and made a new entrance. I think it turned out pretty well. Day 17, I made a second entrance to look like an airlock system. This base was actually coming together perfectly. I am honestly very surprised. Day 18, I met the wonderful Psycho Steve. Yes, he is as scary as it sounds. He runs at the speed of light and carries a chainsaw that does an insane amount of damage. Yeah, so someone not to be messed with. So after killing Steve, I went to go kill some zombies roaming around the base. Look, not to sound too American here, but shooting these guns are insanely fun. After I spent some time pushing my ape-like brain to figure out how to make a zombie trap. Yep, it didn't work. Day 19, I made some golden apples. These would help me a lot in my future journeys. After I made my way over to the roof of the building to take its loot. And then I also found this horse and rode it without its consent. Yeah, I'm definitely spending 5 years in prison. Well, when trying to get this horse back, a blood moon appeared. In a blood moon, enemies spawn much more, and they are extremely strong. So yeah, this was bad. I decided I didn't want to risk my life, so I blocked myself inside a wall of cobblestone. This should hopefully work. And guess what? To make this day much worse, it was time for the next zombie mutation. Day 20, I crawled out of my cobblestone shack, and then I helped my pet horse fly. Yeah, I gotta stop murdering innocent animals. Anyways, after slaughtering an innocent animal, I made a dash towards my base. And then later I started to make a basement addition to my base. So I made a ladder down and started to dig a huge area. Yeah, I spent the next 2 days making this basement. I wanted to make this my living quarters. Today I went outside to do the daily slaughter of these zombies. Yeah, these zombies were coming back in much bigger hordes. Later I tried to make another trap, but guess what? It didn't work. At the end of the night, I noticed I couldn't go to sleep, so I dug around the area and noticed a cave absolutely filled with dead people. So I gave them the sweet gift of lead in their head. Day 24, I didn't do much at all. I made some ammo and killed a few zombies. Day 25, I tried to fix the trap, but yet again, I completely failed and wasted an entire day. I really just need to give up on this trap thing. So at the end of the day, I tried to go to sleep, and yet there was another cave completely filled with zombies. So I dug down and committed mass murder on these fools. Now I can go to sleep knowing I committed mass manslaughter. At the beginning of day 26, I went to go kill some zombies outside my base. Later, I placed some camo fences. They looked pretty cool, and it added a nice touch to the basement. At the end of the day, I made another staircase to go down to Y12, and I made it accessible from the basement. Day 27, I improved the staircase down to the mine by adding some stairs to it. I later went exploring the rooftops of the city and found myself a treasure map. Day 28, I used the map to search for the treasure chest. I soon dug it up, and wow, it literally had nothing. I then after went exploring and came across one of the places where the nuclear bomb hit. Day 29 was extremely productive. I got so much stuff done. Okay, I was not productive. I made some ammo, and that's basically it. Well, anyways, guess what? It is zombie mutation time. Today I made a heat generator, which is an early game energy source. I mean, it is absolutely horrible, but it should be fine for now. I started off the day by eating expired human flesh, and then I placed down the heat generator. I placed some lava on top of it to be able to produce some energy. After I placed down a metallurgic infuser to start making a windmill, which is a much better source of power. At the end of the day, a blood moon rose, and I cowardly hid in my basement. But hey, I built a full enchanting area, so I guess that's good. I spent today enchanting my armor with some protection enchants. This was definitely necessary, since pretty much everything can 3-shot me. Day 33, I made a catch. Cache? Look, I have no idea. My intelligence is pretty much non-existent by now. Anyways, the cache, whatever the hell you want to call this thing, holds 20,000 of the same item. Yeah, that's a lot of storage. Later, I finally got my windmill up and going. I then connected the windmill to all of my 2 machines. I know, that's a lot. Day 34, I made a chemical laboratory, which in short is a machine where you can make magical Harry Potter items like rubber. Day 35 and 36, I became a mole rat and mined for literally 40 minutes straight. Wow, what a great use of my time. Day 37, I made an AKM, which is apparently not the same as an AK-47. Look, I don't spend my entire life studying guns, so don't attack me in the comments. Anyways, I made this gun and it was a huge upgrade from my SMG. I mean, it was shredding these zombie fools. Day 38, I acquired a hoe. No, not that type of hoe. A Minecraft hoe that will help me farm some food. So yeah, I made a farm in the basement and planted some carrots so I could finally stop eating dead people meat. The next day, I wanted to save this zombie villager, but he died from being in the sun too long. The same thing happens to me when I step outside. Later on, I made a glider, which you can glide with. Who would have thought? After making the glider, I made some cool lights that made my base look a lot cooler than it already was. Well, you know what time it is. Zombie mutation time. Day 40, I shot the dead with lead, and then made a barbed wire fence that went around the top layer of my base. After I went around looking for a horse that I could kidnap, I finally found one, and I asked if I could steal him. He said no, so I respected his decision, and I took him anyways. I then named him Expired Horse because damn, that horse was really past his due date. After I went to chopping some undead fools, and I broke my halberd. Nice, I love this day. These 2 days, I got messed up by this man. I soon killed him, and he dropped his sniper. So I went outside and picked it up, as well as the remains of thousands of other zombies. After I then tested out the sniper on this horse, that was just chillin'. Okay, out of all the murders I've committed, I definitely feel the worst about that one. Lastly, I did the daily zombie slashing. There was definitely a lot more zombies now. Day 43 and 44, I went mining, and I actually started quickscoping these guys. Anyways, later I continued mining, and I actually found a lot of diamonds. Yep, you're looking at the next new Jeff Bezos. Day 45, I finally completed the set of full diamond armor. I was feeling much more confident in my ability to survive. After making some armor, I made a metal press to press metal. Wow. Am I the only one that finds this satisfying? Oh, okay. It's just me. Alright. Anyways, after slaughtering these zombies, I made some obsidian ingots by putting steel and obsidian in the blast furnace. And then I compressed them into dinner plates and made a ballistic shield, which will deflect all incoming gunfire. Oh, and also, it looks amazing. After I did some traditional trick-shotting off the top of my roof. I know. I'm the best at this game. You don't really need to remind me. At the end of the day, I enchanted my diamond chestplate with protection 3. I mean, it's not protection 4, but I guess it's better than nothing. The next 2 days, I worked towards upgrading my AKM to an M4 assault rifle. A gun that is an absolute pain to make, but it is worth it once you have it. Trust me. Anyways, I crafted it and tested it out. Yup, I think you are the love of my life. Man, I am extremely lonely. Day 49, I killed some zombies. And also, just gotta point this out, why is farming the kryptonite of my computer? I mean, whenever I farm, my frames drop lower than my IQ. Okay, well, you know what's more scarier than my shockingly low IQ? The next zombie mutation. Oh, this one is gonna be a tough one. So it was day 50, and officially halfway through this adventure. Now, I was finding it way too easy. So from now on, there will be a blood moon every night. Meaning if I get caught out at night, I am gonna be 100% dead. Alright, so basically for all of day 50, I went mining. Look, I was running out of materials extremely fast due to all the weapons I was trying to make. And okay, I will admit it again. Day 51 was spent mining as well. That's all I'm gonna say. Day 52, I made some sentry turrets to go outside of my base. And then after, I faced a blood moon. I needed to defend this base from the zombie horde that was to emerge from the shadows. I started off the day by sniping a person and another person, and then I made a ton of ammo for my guns. Day 54, I spent gliding around from building to building using my glider. I then made it back home just in time for another blood moon. Don't want to get caught out at night in that. Nope, that would not be good. Later on in the night, I made another sentry turret to be able to put on the other side of my base. I started off day 55 with shooting some zombies. Wow, this will never get old. After spilling some more zombie blood, I placed my other turret on the opposite side of my base. After I made a security camera to place somewhere outside of my base for some more protection. Because honestly, in this place, you can never have too much protection. Day 56, I made a camera monitor, which hooks up with a security camera to be able to view them. I then finally changed my strict rotten flesh diet to a golden carrot diet. Yeah, a huge upgrade if you ask me. Day 57, I wanted to set up a whole bunch of security cameras around the base, but I didn't even have enough materials for that. So I went mining once again. Today I made a bunch of security cameras and then set them up around the perimeter of my base. And finally I hooked them up with the camera monitor. Okay, let's test these things out. These things are the coolest thing I have ever seen. I mean, now I can view everything outside of my base. Day 59, I made a sawmill so I could get some sawdust to make some paper, which was then used for a redstone module. I know, that's a lot to process. Okay, so I used the redstone module on one of the security cameras, which allows it to emit a redstone signal. Yeah, I was gonna use this for something later. At the end of the day, I found an exploit and a half. I could actually shoot my guns while using the camera. So since that is pretty unfair, I didn't use it again because, you know, I'm a man of honor. You know what time it is? Yep, the glorious zombie mutation. At the beginning of day 60, I played with the security cameras. Look, these things were way too fun to just leave alone. Soon after I placed an alarm next to the camera I gave the redstone module to, so I could toggle an alarm to distract any nearby undead. Day 61 and 62, I spent making the sniper tower where I could shoot zombies from high ground. At the end of day 62, I finished the sniper tower and a blood moon rose, so I defended my base and faced the zombie horde. At the beginning of these 2 days, I played with the security cameras again. I am so addicted to this thing. After I added some iron ladders to the bottom of the tower to act as supports. Later I glided down and used my new chainsaw to cut this zombie into 15 pieces. All I'm gonna say is I absolutely love this weapon. I mean, it is literally a portable blender. Later I made some bridges across to a nearby building. I was gonna use this thing as an expansion to the base. The night of day 65, I made some additions to the building. I made some railings at the top of the roof and as well as some holes in the window where I could shoot down from. And then I spent the rest of the night shooting these zombie guys. Day 66, I became a carrot farmer and then went to clearing out this building. Yes, that is all I did today. Day 67, I lit up the entire building so that no zombies would spawn. Again, these past 2 days have been completely unproductive. The night of day 68, I played some catch with these zombies, but the twist was I was using live grenades. Day 69. I did some serious exploring with my glider. At the end of the day, I decided to have some one-on-one bonding time with the expired horse. After I was done dancing on my horse, I took out both of the discs, and they didn't stop playing. Okay, now that's weird. And you know what else is weird? The next zombie mutation. Day 70, I exploited the camera glitch that I found earlier to kill this zombie. I then after went mining for some more materials, since I was becoming poor quite fast, just like in real life. Day 71 and 72, I firstly made a bonsai plant, which basically will produce wood over time without the use of a lot of space, something I definitely didn't have a lot of. Day 73, I tried to make a laser system, but it didn't work out to how I was hoping, so I just scrapped it entirely. Day 74, I made a security door, where you would have to type in a password to enter, so I came up with this very creative and original number. At the beginning of day 75, I showed the zombie my chainsaw. He liked it so much he exploded with excitement. I then wanted to go make a scar, but the only thing is, I needed to go to the Nether, a place where you never want to go. You get it? Cause like Nether. Day 76, I lit the portal and entered in style. I soon appeared in this dimension and built a quick base around the portal for safe entry in and out of the Nether. When arriving at another part of the Nether, a demon tried to attack me, so I ran to safety and took this thing out. Damn, this place is really scary. While on the journey to find this fortress, I found this cute creature. He was gonna be my new best friend. After I was venturing through the Nether, killing these demons, and then I found the Nether fortress. I was about to enter, until I got attacked by another demon. And well, when trying to kill it, I hit a zombie pigman, and every single zombie pigman in the area came to attack me. All I have to say is, thank God I have a gun. After taking out all the pink undead people, I went up to the fortress and searched for some blazes, so I could get some blaze rods used for the scar, one of the best assault rifles in this mod pack. I soon found a blaze spawner and went over to farm some blazes to get their sweet rods. Okay, I never want to say that again in my life. While farming blazes, I actually ran into a mutant enderman, and let me tell you, I literally pooped my pants. Thank God it didn't see me, because I would have been dead for sure. Day 77 was good. You know, I was getting violated by every single mob in the Nether. You know, what else is new? Okay, yeah, I'm out of here. I hate the Nether so much. At the beginning of the day, I made a netherware farm inside my basement, and then looked at some recipes for some reason. Day 79, I went mining for some more materials so I can make a scar. I really wanted this because the zombies were getting a lot stronger, and my M4 was soon not going to be able to hold up. Well, speaking of zombies getting stronger, it is time for the next zombie mutation. I spent all of day 80 making the scar, and let me tell you, this gun was fun. The scar was like something that rained down from the gods. This gun 2-shots enemies. 2 shots? Are you serious? Day 81, I also upgraded to another gun. I made a combat shotgun, and let me tell you, somehow this gun was more fun to use than the scar. Day 82, I wanted to make a jetpack, so that's what I did for most of the day. Later, when I finally made the jetpack, I played around with it a lot, and it was basically like a glider and a jetpack all into one item. Yes, these items are just so much fun. The next 2 days, I was really getting addicted to the tech in this mod pack, so much that I spent the next couple days trying to make a tactical mask, which is a mask that has night vision, an oxygen mask, and a gas mask. So it was like an all-in-one package. Yeah, so I was working hard towards crafting this thing. Oh, and lastly, I made a fabricator, which is crafted by having one fabricator controller in the bottom right, then having 3 housing blocks creating a 2x2 square, then finally 4 fabricator glass on top. Finally, when right-clicking it, it forms a fabricator, something I need for some future high-tech items. Day 85, I went mining. And one thing that I noticed, that mining in caves was extremely hard. Every second there would be a new zombie trying to chase me. Day 86, I made an energy cell, and then made a charging station to be able to charge it up. This was to be able to craft the tactical mask, which I soon crafted. After acquiring the tactical mask, I did some more massive exploring and went far, 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 far away from the base. Later on, while exploring this nuclear wasteland, I found some peaceful villagers, and I wanted to show them my new shotgun. They seemed to like it a lot. Hey, but don't worry, I showed the other villager my shotgun as well. No one gets left out. I then headed back home at night and had some fun. Day 87 and 88, I made some advanced combat armor, which is an armor piece that gives me a speed boost and is also used for an exosuit, but that's later. Oh, and also, this suit looked so cool. Day 89 was spent trying to craft the exosuit, but there was one problem, however. This suit needed titanium, and to make titanium, I needed a reaction chamber, which was an extremely expensive machine. Like, very, very expensive. So, due to this, I did some serious mining. And it is time for the final zombie mutation, and definitely the hardest. One thing to note is that I made it so every zombie is 5 times as fast, and does 5 times as much damage, and has 5 times as much health. So yep, I was about to have so much fun. Day 90, I finally made myself a reaction chamber, and then I made some room for it down in the basement, and then finally attached the cable above to give it some power. Day 91, I noticed how fast these zombies were, and wow, it was like it was straight out of a horror show. I mean, god damn, that's terrifying. Day 92, I spent the entire day trying to figure out how to get liquid into the reaction chamber, but I couldn't figure it out at all. So I gave up for now and placed another windmill because the reaction chamber uses an extreme amount of energy. So much that my one windmill that I had couldn't support it. It was day 93 and a couple of YouTube videos later, I finally figured out how to get liquid into the reaction chamber. So I had to connect some metal pipes to the side of the machine and then place some metal barrels in which you can funnel liquid inside the machine. I then placed a chemical laboratory next to the reaction chamber and made some creeper acid, which is used to melt titanium into an ore. Okay, and to make creeper acid, you just combine biomass and gunpowder with the water solution and boom, simple. Okay, just kidding, this is pretty complicated. I mean, I feel like I'm making a potion from Harry Potter. Anyways, after I funneled the creeper acid inside the reaction chamber and placed the titanium inside and went to melting. After melting the titanium ore, I made it into an ingot with this pyro dust thing. I honestly don't know what it's called. Wow, would you look at that? Now we have titanium ingots. I then spent today making the exosuit. Since I had enough titanium ingots, I soon put the suit on and holy, this suit was exactly the same as my last one. Nice. I soon came to the realization that I needed to charge up the suit. So I made some energy cells using the fabricator and then charge the energy cells up, and then finally charged up the suit. And let me tell you, this suit is amazing. I could now jump super high, and I could now run at the speed of light. The next 2 days, I made some ammo, and then made a camo bench to be able to change the color of my armor. I chose a simple black look. Not too complicated, but it looked amazing. Later, I tested out my exosuit, and went to explore the world. I later came across a villager town, and had a civil conversation with this villager. Day 97, I made an upgrade bench and crafted some protection upgrades to put on my exosuit to basically make me an unstoppable god. The next 2 days, I literally just fooled around with a grappling hook that I had no idea how to use. It was day 100. And I got a lot done today. I spent the entire day making a trapdoor orchestra. Yep, that's all I did today.
Oh my god, bro.
The end of day 100 soon came close. I went up to my roof and took a good look around to see what I've accomplished in these 100 days. I then finally watched as the sun set on day 100. This journey has been amazing. We made countless friends, shot some zombies, and I'm glad to have you come along with us. If you want a 200 Days Part 2 where I expand the base and travel to a new planet, then leave a like and consider subscribing. Lastly, join the Discord, link in the description. Anyways, I'm the best Minecraft player ever, and I didn't die once. Or not.